Hey, what's going on, good people? In the words of K Rich. Welcome back to another episode of Rap Shit. Or nope. Welcome back to another episode of We Got Y'all. Covering Max's rap shit. I'm your girl Ray P with my amazing co-host Road Dog, my nigga, my nerve, K Rich. What's good?
Ray P, what's happening? Good to be here with you, man. We know what we just keeping it. No editing. No
No.
editing, man. We just keeping all this shit. Some, Sometimes the best things are the things we don't record. So if you're watching on YouTube or hear our chuckles in the background, that's because Rachel's just, of course,
Beer-
just naturally hilarious.
Thank
Which
you.
led us right into the episode. So I'm here to be with you. Here to be with you talking about rap shit. How you feeling, Ray P?
Uh, I'm feeling very delirious and crazy, but I feel great about rap shit. We on another detour, guys.
We're on another detour. Look at you being a professional, man. Let me tell y'all one thing. We ain't never appropriating. We always out here celebrating, all right?
We always out here
We
celebrating.
always out here celebrating, man. So excited to be
Absolutely.
talking about rap shit with you. You mentioned it before. We got season 2, episode 4, titled
Mhm.
Detour. They are keeping up with the travel tour theme for the episode titles. Rap
We in the
shit, if you aren't
baby.
right, you feel me? Rap shit is streaming on Max, so you can catch it there. Season 2, episode 4 was written by Dave Hillam, Issa Rae, and Elise Jop. It was directed by Lawrence Lamont, and the show stars Ada Osman, Chameleon, and Jonica Booth as your main characters, as well as a great supporting cast. Before we get into today's episode, a quick synopsis. Let me get my notes. All right. Increasingly frustrated with Francois and Reina Reign's behavior, Shawna, Mia, and Chastity start to push back. Later, Shawna bonds with Lord AK in the studio, while Mia frets over her mistake with Cash. Ray P,
Yeah.
episode 4, man. What's
Episode
your
4.
opening thoughts?
Do I like episode 4 better than episode 3?
Hmm.
Maybe. I know we gave episode 3 a lot of high praise last week, but I'm really fucking with 4. One, because we finally see Mia forgive Shauna because she was definitely being Aggie. It's good to see them on, it's great to see them back on the same page. It's great to see Shauna and Duke finally not at odds. Again, them finally bonding, and Shauna and Mia allowing Duke to actually be their manager. The whole reason they brought her on. I want to fight Francois. And
Yo, we're going to talk about it. We're going to
I
talk
want
about it.
this nigga. I'm so glad that Duke and Shauna have made up. I mean, Shauna and Mia have made up, and Duke and Mia can help Shauna see, because I think she's starting to peep the bullshit,
Mm-hmm.
but she's too close to it because Francois keeps playing in her face, going back down memory lane. You know what I'm saying? But I think that now that the circle is unbroken between the three of them, they can help Shauna see like what the fuck is up for real, for real. I'm glad that my girl finally got to link with AK. I'm glad that I'm just glad. I love this fucking episode. It was so much happening. I like local shit and random shit and fucking regulars only was real regular. So
Listen,
but I loved it
in the weirdest of ways, regulars only was my type of spot.
for sure.
It's weird to describe because it wasn't all the way my spot, but it was enough of it.
Yeah.
Like there was stuff I could do without, but most of it, just the overall vibe and element, was right up my alley. I'm with you. Let me ask you this
Yeah.
before I give my thoughts. Did you feel that way after your first watch of this episode? Did you
Yes.
enjoy the episode off rip?
I
Okay,
did.
got you.
Hmm.
I enjoyed it the first time I watched. For my rewatch, I appreciated it a lot more.
Okay.
At first, it was kind of a setup episode.
Hmm.
One of those episodes that just you could tell that it's going to lead to some fire down the road. But
Yeah.
right now, it just didn't do a ton for me until I watched it back, and I'm like, all right, then nah, this is kind of perfect. I think part of it was my mentality of being caught up in what's going on with Maurice and this case and everything else. Um, and probably because I was looking for more of a reconciliation between Shawna and Mia until I
Mhm.
realized they didn't really need one. That's how
Yeah.
it goes in life sometimes, especially when it's not deep. They never really had some real big issue. It was just Mia holding on to some shit a
Right.
little bit longer than what she should have.
For
Say what
sure.
you want about her being in the right. We've discussed that already, but she could have been let that shit go.
Yeah.
But the fact that she hit her with the girl, I fuck with you, all right? You can just be annoying sometimes. And that's all this needs to be said.
That's
She
it.
told her straight up. You can see that, right? Like she told Shawna, like you know I'm not tripping. I'm not the only person that told you you do too much.
And Shauna knows she's annoying. She can't help herself. She doesn't lack self-awareness. I mean, she does, but she's cognizant that she lacks self-awareness, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
So
Makes
so
sense.
it works. So to your point, it didn't take a whole lot. You didn't need too much. We don't need this whole long drawn out, my bad girl. When I cry, you cry, we cry together as moment, especially because being in this fucking Roach Motel is enough. And that scene for me, it was very reminiscent of Girls Trip, if for our audience who's seen that. But again, Shauna and Mia, like Shauna and Duke, some fucked up situations will bring you back close to a motherfucker. Like, so it was enough for me.
Trauma bond. We talked about it, man. It's very reminiscent of season 5,
Mhm.
episode 1 of Insecure, when Molly and Issa, they were on the outs for trying to rekindle their relationship, and they got robbed by old girl they went to school with and her dude and all that shit, and just immediately was just kind of like right back at it, like nothing happened, nothing else needed to be said. It was one of those moments, a lot less dramatic, but
For sure.
still,
For
I
sure.
enjoyed this. I enjoyed this episode because you can, just like the titles, them going down this path. It's all about the journey for them right now, and we're seeing them
Mhm.
take their steps and learning, and the shit that you do without getting paid, and the shit that's going to be in the documentary one day when you make it. All that's what we're witnessing right now,
Yeah.
and they're finally finding their voices in their own way. Shauna and Mia. Mia, I'm a little confused about what my girl got going on. I don't know where her motive is or her angle. I think she's just as confused as the rest of us. But I know we'll talk about her as well. But a very, very strong episode.
For sure.
I'm still putting episode 3 above it, but
Okay.
episode 4 is right there. I wouldn't be shocked, and I'm not going to argue anybody who says episode 4 is better. It's a really strong episode,
Mhm.
and I'm looking forward to jumping into it with you. So
Or
I don't know where you want to start. We can start with Francois playing in their face. We can start with Mia. We can start with Duke. We can start with Shauna
let's start with Francois
playing in their face.
because we haven't started with him before. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Francois is a fucking bootlicker. He's shady. He is one of those people who thinks that he's much, much, much bigger than what he is. And when he gets in the room with the people who are actually that, it is obvious how much of a bootlicker he is.
Mm-hmm.
He really should be embarrassed. And I'm sick of him. And I cannot wait for the episode where Shauna truly opens her eyes and sees that, bitch, he's playing in your face and then comes back to make it seem like, oh, yeah, we cool. Doesn't this remind you of fucking the good old days? This is how it used to be. Nigga, this is how it used to be because you was playing in her face in season 1, too, in the flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait for her to really, really see. And like I said at the top of the episode, I do think that some of that comes under the unction and pushing of Duke and Mia. Like, bitch, he is not your friend. He don't have your back. We got your back. He does not.
The thing for me that I would be following on off rip, we're not getting paid for this.
Mm-hmm.
So automatically, whatever you got to say don't mean shit to me because I'm not losing anything at this point. You
That
know,
part.
this tour, and they're using it as that, we can see it. It's for networking,
Mhm,
learning, and figuring out how to do this shit on our own. Like when
mhm.
next time we come out here, it's not going to be with somebody like Francois and Reina Reign. I don't
Right,
want anybody hanging that shit over my head. We're doing you a favor. We brought you on tour. Like, nah, nah, nah. And that's kind of the mercy that they're at right now because they are all new to this, Shawna and Mia, as well as Duke.
right.
Francois reminded Duke, like, I know you're not used to this. Let me show you how this works and all that very condescending tone that
Very condescending.
very makes me want to just slap the dog shit out of him. And I can't name a more cringeworthy duo than Reina Reign and Francois Boom.
Oh my God, what fucking losers.
They're cringeworthy.
I do not think so high. I mean, I think highly of myself, but I don't think I'm so high and mighty or above critique. And I tell everybody, I'm not for everybody. I'm an acquired taste, but I cannot fucking stand a fucking lame who does
Something
not
about it.
think that they are lame. Like, what fucking losers? Francois is riding the coattails on some producer shit. Like you've gotten some success, but this fucking whack ass wigger who is in fact appropriating, not solely
Appropriating.
stealing, like, and you just see that he doesn't have any real personality of his own. And if he was for real swaggy like that, or my favorite word, dicky like that, he would not be following Raina. Like he would be setting the tone versus allowing her to set the tone. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah,
understand
absolutely.
everybody plays social media games. I mean, we talked about that at the top in pre-production.
Mm-hmm. Straight up. Straight up, we did.
Everybody has to play the social media game, and I get that. You have to be marketable. You have to have so many impressions, all of this stuff to quote unquote be successful. But if he was the producer manager that he says he is, he would have a different hold on Raina. He would be
Yeah.
setting the pace versus following behind her foolishness. And while he is doing Shauna and Mia a favor, let's not forget they are returning the favor by agreeing to be on this tour because again, season one, Reina Reign was on that weird ass fucking white girl using words wrong, hip hop folk paw type shit. So now let
Mm-hmm.
me give you some street cred, quote unquote, with some real rap bitches, like some real Miami girls that you can't even say their names in your interview with Complex. So let's be fucking for real. How much am I about to keep fucking with you? You know what I'm saying? So God, I want the girls to really get it. And slowly they are, but I really need Shauna to get it because she is again the rap girl. So
Yeah. No, for sure. All of that was very well said. Francois just, I mean, I can't say it any better than you did, but the main thing is he just doesn't care.
yeah.
He doesn't care about the real artistry. He doesn't care about Reina as an individual. He doesn't care about Shauna and Mia. He cares about himself and his development and where he can go and how much money this can get me.
Hmm.
Because if he did, to your point, it would be about development. And this is a good look for you. Nah, this ain't the move for you.
Yeah.
Um, and those kind of real conversations, that's what your job is as a manager and a producer, is to steer your artist towards the right steps for them.
Hmm.
Um, and we know this is all a give and take game in entertainment, whether it's music, whether it's films, any kind of industry dealing with entertainment. There's some give and take. There's going to be one for you, one for me. Listen, I know you like this song. The label wants this song to be the lead single. If this
Yeah.
goes well, we can pick your song to be the second one. Like it's that give and take thing, especially starting out. So there's just something about, you said it, when you lame and you don't realize you lame. It's not even about realizing you lame. Like you're really corny. Like, and
Hmm.
you think you cool. There's
Yeah.
nothing more annoying than that. And when you're just trying to be in the mix and you're just not yourself,
Very
like, bro,
mixy.
don't come over here and pop up because Lord AK in our face, and now you talking about, oh, these my artists. Like, nah, nigga, we not your artists actually. Or if we are your artists, why you ain't treating us like that? Why we staying at the worst, best and worst, whatever they call that shit.
How about a Best
Um,
Western?
Yeah, man. I'm not. Speaking of which, I'm not even stepping foot in that room.
Not at
I'm not.
all.
We're
Not
not
at
even
all.
doing none of that. We're not.
No,
I'm not putting my. I'm not sitting down on the bed. We're not doing none of that, Francois. You got me fucked up all the way. Like I don't know what time you thought this was, but it ain't that. And
it's not that.
even his condescending, like when Duke asked, "Did you get the video sent?" Yeah, it was kind of grainy. What you got, an iPhone 6? You know, you broke and it's my problem. Just all those little comments, like, bruh, humble yourself. Remember where you started, because I'm sure it wasn't this. I'm
That
sure it
part.
wasn't this.
And it wasn't
Um,
that long ago.
yeah, yeah, it wasn't that long ago. It really wasn't. Like you just came, you went to college with Shawna. She knew you when you went shit. That's what I'm
Yeah,
hoping when it all hits the fan that Shawna really gonna air his shit out. And
for
I'm not
sure.
even a fan of that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not even a fan of
Yeah,
y'all business is y'all business. But Francois, one of them types, like every single secret that happened, like, bro, I'm airing all that shit out because
for
you trying
sure.
to act like you ain't what when you really are.
For
Um,
sure.
yeah, that complex feature, just some local talent, some artists that I found. Like, what?
You didn't even find us.
That's what I'm saying.
Even
Like, I don't.
even if she would have been like, "Hey, yeah, my producer actually found them. My manager knows them." Even if for whatever reason you couldn't think of the names Shauna and Mia, two easy ass names who you've been fucking fake twerking with and cooking fake
Mhm.
crack with, like it just is so disrespectful on so many levels. And it's the audacity for me.
Mhm. That's exactly what it is.
It's crazy. And once Reina Reign did get up at regulars only, to she lightweight was throwing shade. Like, yes, she recited the rap that I'm assuming Francois or Mia or Shauna wrote for her.
Mhm.
But your little ad libs, you definitely taking shots at the girls because they ain't want to perform.
Right.
Baby, this is not what you want. On
Exactly.
some professional shit, on some rap shit,
On some
on
I'll beat your ass shit.
some beat your ass shit, on some real life nigga shit. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm
Yeah.
so glad that Mia convinced Shauna to get up there. They
Yeah.
needed that for their own morale. And just to remind themselves, nigga, been that bitch, still that bitch.
Ain't
Sorry.
nothing like ain't nothing like when you find your own lane and you realize like, oh, people fuck with this.
For sure. For
The
sure.
show does a great job, and it's probably why it's so cringeworthy of showing that Reina Reign character,
Hmm.
because that's really how this shit is in real life.
For
Those,
sure.
we said it last week, those Iggy Azaleas, just
Hmm.
those, you talk one way, you got a black scent here, and now it's going. They talk. I
It's
mean,
very
listen,
strange. It's
the
very
most, the
strange.
most, yeah, the most bitten culture there is, hands down, no question asked. But we see what's going on,
Yeah.
and we see that there's a very clear agenda that, look, let's get into this white rapper wave or whoever the case is.
Hmm.
And that's something that the show is exposing, and they're doing a great job at it, because it really is that ridiculous. Like, just the way
Absolutely.
she's, to quote Pimp C, man, take that monkey shit off. You embarrassing us. Like, what the fuck you got on? Like, what are you doing?
Confusing us. You got on
It's
fur and a
confusing us.
sweatshirt. What is happening?
Yeah, absolutely, man. But that's something to keep an eye on as we move further. I think we
Hmm.
all know the fate of Francois and how this is going to end for him, but maybe not, man, because people like that always seem to get the upper hand. Once you get that right connect, you seem to be untouchable.
Yeah,
But
they
if Reina
find
Reign is all he's hope, yeah, but that's the real thing. Going to the art versus, uh, the fad. Um, People like Reina don't last.
for
Reina
sure.
is the type that will be making an OnlyFans and a couple. No shade to anybody making OnlyFans. Get your money. I'm just saying she doesn't have enough talent to where she can go on tour and people are going to buy her tickets. It's just
Yeah,
not that kind of thing.
right.
Whereas you have somebody who's really nice at this shit, such as Shawna, and she's
Because
looking like, yo, I can't believe people are fucking with this.
it's
That's
crazy.
just kind of where, yeah, it's crazy, but that's where it is now. The beat is on, cool, spit your shit, but like you said, you sending your shots, we're gonna send them right back. Um, let's go to, I guess we'll stick with Shawna real quick,
Hmm.
because that can flow right into Mia letting her know you want to go up there and freestyle, them
Yeah.
having their shit ready and them ripping it. Like, first of all, classic beat, Classic beat. If
Come
you
on,
grew up in
shit.
that 90s, yeah,
Yeah.
you grew up in that 90s, 2000 era, that's just one of those ones. We are in the time where everything's getting remixed now and sampled. So it is fitting that someone would freestyle over a beat like that. And the crowd was rocking with it. And what was the name of the place?
Regulars only.
Regulars Only. Like that's the perfect atmosphere for
Yeah.
those type of sessions because it's not some bullshit. It's not. I love going to concerts, Rachel. I know there's nobody in the world I know more than you that loves going to concerts.
I love music.
Um, I hate the pull my cell phone out, record the whole concert era. Like I
Hmm.
hate that shit.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. I get it. Get your picture, get your quick video so you can post on the gram, let people know you were there, all that kind of stuff. But the
Mhm.
whole time, like, what are y'all on? Enjoy it. Be in the moment.
Be in the
And
moment.
regulars only is that spot. I'm in the
Mm.
moment. Yo, I just left regulars only. I just heard this dope ass chick, met her with her, whatever the case is. So I love environments like that. And it was built for somebody like Shawna and Mia. And even though Mia didn't have any bars, just the fact that she was up there supporting her girl, they looked and felt like a real group.
For sure.
They felt like it was some real shit. And she was supporting that shit all the way. Like, listen, fuck y'all. I'm tired of y'all bullshit. Like, I'm tired of this Reina Reign shit. Y'all shit weak. I'm throwing my shots.
Mhm.
And I got the bars to back it up. So the whole crowd, like, hold up, who is y'all? Let me get your picture. To the point where Lord AK pulls up. I'm a fan. Now, I did want to mention this because I thought it was very interesting. This is like real life. It's
Yeah.
amazing how people can be on tour together and not even know who really on your tour or who's on the opening leg because a
Mhm.
lot of times, not to get too far off subject, most of these tours are like House of Blues type of spots. There's only a few artists that can sell out arenas, like
Yeah.
throughout all genres. Like it's just not, it just doesn't happen. That's a lot of seats to fill every city. So a lot of time when these smaller acts, you might have different opening acts depending on what leg you on or what city you at, this, that,
Yeah.
and the third. And these headliners, they show up to the arena right before they set. They're not there all day
All
checking
day.
shit out. Yeah, they
Right.
might do sound check, bounce, do their thing, and then come back. So they're not familiar or doing too much with these artists. So the fact that they were actually able to meet him, didn't have to go through the bullshit, which we'll talk about when we get to the studio,
Mhm.
and able to have a real genuine connection. You see, Lord AK was feeling Shawna. He eyed her first,
Period.
and she had already been on him.
My bitch so
So I
bad. My bitch so
listen,
real.
listen, and it was up from there, So before we get into that and them going into the studio, I do want to touch back or circle back on the whole Shawna and Mia getting back together because we get what we've missed the past 3 episodes, which is they really work as a duo. They
Yeah.
really complement each other well. I
Do.
love how Mia's going through her situation as far as how to fix things with cash and just life shit in general. And Shauna's telling her some real shit. Like, yo, you got a scarcity mindset. Well, you need an abundance mindset, which
Period.
is I received that. You feel me? I
Baby.
received that as a listener, as a viewer. Like I needed that because that's real. Like we ain't here for scraps. We ain't doing none of that.
Mhm.
Everything is mine. I'm claiming all of it. I mean, sometimes you need that sidekick or you need that person in your ear. Like, yo, you got this. Like, what you tripping on? Like, you the one. You the one. And Mia got her pick me up from that point. What did you think about Shawna telling or having Duke, I guess, tell Francois we're not performing?
I loved it because
Mhm.
again, little increments or inklings of her snatching her power back, and Shauna too, remembering who the fuck she is, because that word, as much as it was for Mia, it was for her too. Like, motherfucker, I used to be in my mask in an afro wig, in a hoodie, in the middle of Miami, spitting bars.
Mhm.
Spitting
Yeah.
hot fire, fucking top five, Dylon, 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 Dylon. And you think I'm about to be supporting this bullshit? This does not speak for me. It doesn't speak for my skill. It doesn't speak for my artistry. And yeah, shaking ass ain't really my thing for real, for real. But to her point, to Lord AK, Mia made this shit fun for me again. Just
Yeah.
enjoying it. I'm Mozart. Motherfucker, I'm about to cut off my ear.
Straight up. That's a great analogy. That's a great analogy. At what point what's too much to sacrifice? You know what I mean? And that's
Mhm.
kind of what I see with Shawna. going to your point, like yeah, this is an opportunity. I'm further ahead than what I've ever been with this music thing. So I'm grateful for that part, but I can't keep doing this for so long because this isn't me.
Yeah.
And at some point, those are gonna go ahead.
I think we'll see that happen on this tour though. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they make it to the end of the tour. And I know we don't too much do predictions, but in my mind, maybe videos from regulars only gets out. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
AK wants to take Shawna and Mia more under his wing. And I could see him working well with Duke. You know, unfortunately, they missed each other because Duke was trying to make a play. I could see him not being really put off by her because
Yeah.
she's a hustler. And yeah, she gonna do what she gotta do, but she's not really a kiss ass. You know what I'm saying? She's not a brown noser. She gonna talk shit. She gonna play the game. But
Mm-hmm.
that's it. I'm playing the game. I'm not on some nut shit like Francois is. You know what I'm
No,
saying? So
absolutely.
I don't see them making the full duration of the tour just because I think that's something that's gonna spark for them. And hopefully it's not Shawna going to jail.
Nah, that's real. That's real. I agree. You know what it reminds me of, and this is, I just thought about it. It's murky water. It
Mm.
reminds me of the No Way Out tour.
Okay.
Um, Back in '97, Jay-Z was an opening act on that tour. I can't remember if Volume One was out, but at that time, this is before Jay-Z's mainstream success.
Hmm.
Uh, and if anybody remembers Volume One, Rachel and myself are big Jay-Z fans, even though Rachel's not even a rap nigga like that.
Ain't.
We're 100% Jay-Z fans.
Yeah.
But even on Volume One, there's a song called "Sunshine," and when you watch the video, you know Jay-Z had the shiny suits and Babyface, and he was on that shit on the tour. And then
Mhm.
realized, like, you know what, this ain't me. Like, I
Yeah.
can't. I'm trying to do this industry rap shit or what they say you're supposed to do to get popping. This ain't me. He left the tour,
Hmm.
went to the lab. Next thing you know, Volume Two comes out, 5 million records sold. Jay-Z's career never been the same since. There
Hmm.
is some kind of beautiful message in playing the game, realizing the game ain't for you, and then making your own game.
For
I
sure.
think that's what Shawna and Mia are headed towards
For
because
sure.
they have the great combination of both of those worlds. You got the real, for lack of better terms, ratchet
Hmm.
crowd base that Mia can bring, and then you got the real artistic. Um, as one of the girls said in the dressing room in episode 3, you like Rhapsody if Rhapsody was a hoe. um, you know what I mean? Like you got those real bars that I can really fuck with, but I know you got more to you as well. So
For sure.
it's gonna be interesting to see.
Very
Um, do you
funny.
have anything else, I guess, as a whole for Mia that you want to discuss?
Not from Mia or from Shauna. So I just wanted to say
Shauna, I'm
you,
sorry.
yeah, you started off at the top saying how well they work together. Lord AK realized that too. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I think that maybe he may take them under his wing just because he was like, y'all are real natural together. Y'all flow as to which it is that they do. So much so that Mia could peep out the scene in the studio once we got there and she followed her ass over the homeboy, um, and made a play. And when it was getting thick, she got on up out of there with him so Shauna could enjoy her time. I love that. Know when to bounce, sis.
Nah, that's real. That's real. Um, just like know when not to even enter, like his
For
homeboy.
sure. For
But
sure.
there's obviously something there
Yeah.
between Lord AK and Shauna. And I guess is this just an industry thing where you just gonna shit where you eat? Because I think the business move is there, and I think it would be great and fruitful for all parties involved. But it's also hard to deny that kind of chemistry that Shauna and AK was giving off. But
Yeah.
is it really that, or is it I'm in front of my crush, or I've been a fan of his for so long, I'm just gonna let this shit happen? Is there
Well,
anything long term that can happen from that?
potentially. We don't know. It was a nice natural chemistry because I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, if Shauna had a crush on him prior to, I was under the impression that she just really fucked with his music and wanted to.
Fan crush.
say be under get his tutelage, you know what I'm saying? But just for real, pick his brain on some mutual artists, mutual lovers of the game type shit. You know what I'm saying? But
That's how it
again,
always starts, Rachel.
that's how it. But what every relationship, nigga, there's a common interest here. Friends who end up fucking around, like, okay, we were classmates, we went to school together, we did this and the third, so we naturally were around each other for whatever reason. And so that closeness allows for the chemistry to build. It allows for things and things to happen, you know? So that's
That's a
just the
fact.
nature of that's just the nature of the beast. It's like
That's a fact.
this is such a stupid ass comparison, but it's like black on black crime, quote unquote. It's not that I'm seeking you out, it's that you do shit with the people you're in the closest proximity to. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that.
No, that's real because that's how people always say that in it's every background. You
Yeah, for
got
sure.
black on black crime, white on white crime. Like it just so happens you probably live next to people who look like you, and proximity is really the name of the game. Classism, that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. I get where you're going with that. I want to talk about Chastity real quick,
Okay.
and I want to talk about her stepping into that managerial role
Mhm.
and really looking like, because managing is, dare I say, an extension of pimping. You know,
Hey, stick to what you
making
know.
sure, yeah, making sure people are good, making sure people are where they need to be.
Yeah. Grease
Everything's going as planned. You said what?
grease and palms.
Degrees and palms. There you go. Hustling. It's a dirty game. Sometimes you gotta do some shit that you ain't proud of.
Sure.
And she kind of stepping into it. You see her not being hesitant when they get in the hotel room. Like, look, y'all can change here. Don't even unpack because we ain't staying here tonight. Just that kind of lead is, I got y'all. Like, I don't care what happens. I'm not letting y'all go out like this. I don't give a fuck if we new to
Mhm.
this tour, if we ain't getting paid. Some shit we gotta stand up for. I mean, you
Yeah,
need somebody like, I think we discussed this last week. You need somebody like Duke who's going to um, shake hands and kiss babies
for
because that's
sure.
not everybody's strong suit. I'm not. Can I do it? Yeah, but you're gonna know I'm fucking disgusted the whole time I'm doing it. Whereas Duke can turn it on and turn it off. We saw it when she saw Guap Dad.
For
Hell no,
sure.
that ain't my nigga. And as soon as he say her name, oh, what's up? Like you got to do that. That's part of the game.
Look at
It is what
titties.
it is. I know, right? Duke can tell.
Okay.
But even her, there's something about authenticity that I love.
Mhm.
Even when she's talking to Shawna and Mia in the hotel.
Yeah.
And that complex article came out and they going back and she makes a comparison about my grandma's mac and cheese versus that shit in the blue box.
Yeah.
In her own way, she's telling the truth. Like y'all got the people who really fuck with this, who really enjoy the art, who enjoy the bars, they gonna rock with y'all.
For sure.
You know what I mean? That shit for the kids. They talk about I know people it's against the law to talk about Drake. But Drake got a lot of heat for his last album because people were like, when is Drake gonna grow up? This nigga
Yeah.
37. Like, why are you still talking about these things and these childish things and whatever the case may be? Live your life, talk about what's going on in your life, whatever the case is. But at some point, as you grow as an adult, you want to see your favorite artist grow with you as well. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? I don't want to hear, I don't know. We talked about Jay-Z earlier. I don't want to hear Jay-Z rap like he did in 96. Like he's not, that wouldn't be realistic. He's not even in that mindset.
Mhm.
So there is some kind of growth that you want to experience. And I said it earlier, Reina Reign is a flash in the pan. She's gonna be here for a second and she's gonna be gone.
She'll be
Um,
gone for sure.
yeah, yeah. But the way she can boost the spirits of her artists and making sure like, yo, y'all got this. Just keep with the grind, keep with the grind. That was a major theme throughout this episode. We saw with I can't think of the producer's name that Mia linked up with Lamont, and that she
Mhm.
ended up linking up with in the studio and at the Four Seasons. But he
Mhm.
was talking about selling brake pads at AutoZone and upselling antifreeze. Like everybody's got to remember, this is a process. Like niggas just, and I think it's kind of right. It does happen. Your life can kind of change if you stay true to it. You look up one day like, oh shit, like how did I even get here? And
Period.
Mia had that moment, like, oh, how do I even? I'm on tour, like that's crazy. It all happens all at once. But Duke runs into Guap Dad, as we mentioned. She's looking to get to the money, sees an opportunity. Gotta love Duke for that. Um, they had
Because
that
they
funny
gotta
conversation.
get some money. She ain't
Gotta
getting
get
no money from the girls. She ain't getting no money from the tour. Niggas is broke. Niggas gotta eat. Ain't no
and she
stipend.
made and she yeah, no stipend is crazy. And she made a very important revelation, which is she's paying for things out of her own pocket, money that she doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that shit's getting tight for Duke, which can explain some of the things that go on later on the episode.
Yeah.
As she's in this car with Guap Dad, very conversation about Steven with the F or Stefan, Steven with the PH, all that shit. And she peeps the scene. That's one thing I will say about Chastity. She's always got her head on a swivel.
For
Chain
sure.
goes in the glove box. Sees the money in the glove box. I bet. Let's go into the fish spot. They get distracted. They bullshit. And ain't no money to be seen. All right,
Yeah.
I'm out.
And
So
what
we get
I
to see.
feel,
Mhm.
I was gonna say
No, no,
what
no. Go ahead.
before Duke makes a move, I don't, even though she peeped the shit, because again, anybody who head be on a swivel is gonna peep that. Shawna doesn't notice that. Mia notices that, Duke notices that. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mm-hmm.
she did not have the intention to get over on these niggas. I
Yeah,
really believe that she, whatever play that they was gonna make, she would have made that play. But y'all know someone
100%.
said, and y'all used to get over in Miami, nigga. I'm not in a position to where I can let that shit truly, truly, truly slide because now I'm down bad. Even though we saw Duke in Miami sleep in her car, she knows she still had money from the girls, you know what I'm saying, to facilitate. She could get some dope money. You know what I'm saying? There was something, some other avenue for Duke to get some cash, even if it meant not sleeping in her uncle house and sleeping outside. You know what I'm saying? And Guap Dad, he was on some nut shit in season 1. So now,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, I tried to fuck with you. I know what kind of nigga you are. So the game is the game, unfortunately.
I swear on everything, Rachel. I swear on everything. I was just about to say those exact words. The game is the game.
Somebody got to get got, and it ain't gonna be me. Not this episode. Not again. I done took
So,
one
so
too many L's in these 3 episodes. Not the 4th, baby.
listen. To quote Omar from The Wire, man, the game is out there. It's either play it or get played.
That's it.
It's really that simple. And I agree with you 1,000%. Duke wants to do things the right way
Yeah.
because she's great with people and
Hmm.
she really doesn't have any need to burn bridges.
For sure.
Um, and I don't even think she looks at it as burning bridges. She looks at it as, oh, I'm down bad and I need to come up. This
Hmm.
was a great comparison of somebody who has the luxury of bullshitting and somebody who doesn't.
For sure.
Y'all can sit here and talk about Stefan and Steven and
And
you
literal bread.
getting your snapper with the BBL and all that. Y'all can play around and shit like that. Like I'm down bad right now, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like I'm really sitting here trying to holler at y'all. You told me you got me when I was in the city. I'm in the city. Y'all trying to debate who y'all should send me to, Rollo, this person, that person. Y'all ain't saying shit. I'm out. I saw an opportunity, thanks to y'all, in your glove box, and I'm about to take it.
Yeah. It is what it
And it
is.
is what it is. Like
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Like one day down the line, maybe I'll repay this back to you, maybe not.
Probably
But
not.
y'all gonna be all right. Y'all gonna be all right. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? You're driving in a Porsche. You feel
Mm.
me? Like you're driving in a Porsche. And we talked about her with the wherewithal to just be a few steps ahead.
Hmm.
Not just gonna rob y'all niggas. I'm gonna crack everybody's windows open and make it
Well,
seem like, okay, they cool. So it ain't obvious. Now, are the cameras in that back alley that might pop up their heads in the future? I don't know. Hopefully not. But there's
I
something's gonna come from that.
that. I thought about that, and maybe it might not be their heads, but maybe a neighbor's head. But that back alley, like that fish spot, was in the hood.
Yeah.
No, so
Only spots like that. There's no spots like that outside the hood.
yeah, so you might be okay just because that car was in the alley. I think if it was on the main road, you might have a little bit more trouble, but she might be okay. But I did put a pin in there that she ain't cover her face or nothing or did she cover her face when she was walking back down the street? I
Nah,
don't know.
she's
So you just out here and candidly, where y'all gonna see me at ever again? I don't live here. I ain't on no other shit. I ain't on stage. I'm
not to
invisible.
mention, niggas' favorite line. Oh, you got robbed? Damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. They find out who did it. Oh shit. God
Family
bless, man. Hope you good.
death. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we gonna see what happens with it, but
Yeah.
obviously she got the IHOP. She said it too. That's her mentality right now. That's Duke's mentality. We're done taking scraps,
And she's absolutely right. And as they should be.
and that
It
was
is
another thing.
time for the girls. So
Yeah, it's there's a moment, and it's funny because we, to break the fourth wall a little bit, with us doing podcasts, right? We record and we enjoy it. We have fun with it, but there's also a time, and this is for anybody who's a creative. There's also a time when you got that fork in the road. Like,
right.
nigga, either we gonna take this shit and do it, or we ain't. And I
Yeah.
think they're at that point now. Like, look, fuck all this waiting, fuck all this. We see what's happening when we're waiting on people to handle shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now that we in the room, we gonna shake shit up,
For
and
sure.
that's exactly what it is. So
It's only up from here, for real, for real.
it's
Like,
only
and
up.
I know that the show is loosely based off of the City Girls, for real, for real. So I'm really hoping Shawna don't go to jail. But
That's
I'm really hoping she don't. But
I'm sure we'll talk more about that next week because we didn't have any Maurice conversations. But that's the one storyline that's on my brain heavy. Like, what's about to happen with this? What is about to happen with this? Because there's gonna be some shit that pops.
yeah, for sure.
Because it's only 8 episodes this season, right?
Yes.
So we're halfway through already. Even though we only got 2 episodes, we got y'all. We'll be giving you weekly for the rest of it. I want to transition into Mia to kind of wrap things up, mainly because Rachel, I don't know what's going on with Mia. Like, I don't know what her life is about right now.
She about this tour life. What you mean?
All right, so
Parliament?
nah, it's because I was gonna ask you that too. It's definitely on my list because I think we've all done that goofy shit where you accidentally invite somebody somewhere,
Yeah, for sure.
invite somebody to come visit you, invite somebody on a trip.
For
We
sure.
hear we've all done that goofy shit, and then been like, "Yo, why the fuck did I do that? Like, did I really say that?" Trying to scramble up an excuse as to why you can't do it no more. I think we've all been there, but she's worried about Cash. Cash the goat.
Uh-huh.
She got Lamont over here. She got the producer nigga.
Mm-hmm.
What is Shawna looking for right? Excuse me. What is Mia looking for right now in life?
Mia's trying to have fun. So here's the thing. You on tour, sometimes it's just access to different niggas. And not to say it like that, but Mia is a go-getter. Mia is about that nigga life. You know what I'm saying? She's about to come up. And I'm not calling her a lady of the night. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying here's an opportunity that's presenting itself. I want to again make whatever play I need to make. And sometimes it's just nice to be around some niggas, some different niggas, a nigga with some money. She love Lamont. Lamont don't have no consistent money. And it's not about being a gold digger. Women just want to be taken care of. You just want a little princess treatment, something nice every once in a while. I think she did like Cash Chaser to go. I think she did like him. She was sweating him. She made a mistake. Her head wasn't on the swivel, and that one time she ain't double checked before she sent that shit. So
Yeah.
she had an ego blow. So who do I call? Who I know is gonna boost my ego? My baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go
After he
smile.
sent the message.
After he sent the message, oh, you on my team today? Cool. Big bad. Let me go smile in your face. Let me go smiling in this nigga face. Sometimes, first off, as somebody who is a serial flirt, that shit is fun.
Oh shit.
Fun. And it dopamine. There's an ego boost to that, So
Mhm.
it just is what it is. I think that she thought that her producer might have just fucked. I don't think she expected to spend, obviously, all night talking to that nigga once he fed her with her growling ass stomach. So
Right.
that was a different thing. And I fuck with you. You gonna put Lamont music on? You gonna play his shit? Is that because you want to fuck me? I don't know, but we gonna see.
Yeah, man. It's Mia's character does a lot for. Um, she can really make you as a man look at yourself in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is, I think you reach a certain maturity when because women always get the bad rap. We always know that, right? They're always held to a double standard and never held to the same standard as men. Um, but just in life in general, there is something about comfort, and there is something about
Mm-hmm.
dependability,
Yeah,
and knowing that if shit hits the fan, I'm taken care of.
for sure. For
And
sure.
that doesn't mean, I think that gets labeled sometimes as gold digger or
Mhm.
seeking that. We all are seeking that.
That's it.
Nobody, men included, like no man is actively going out. Shout out to love. Love is a beautiful thing. But no man is actively going out saying, yo, I'm gonna get the no shade. I want to go, I'm gonna get with the girl that works at Family Dollar. If
Oh,
you are working at Family Dollar, that's cool. But there is always this balance of you want to at least meet your equal or at least maybe slightly below, or you want to upgrade. But you're not going so far to where this might be a little too much. It looks like you disagree.
I don't know. Okay. That's what
All right.
common it says to me.
Yeah.
However, I have had several conversations, and no shade to Wendy's, but I have had several conversations with niggas who said they would rather have a Wendy's ass bitch than like a corporate woman, no matter where they are in their status.
Time out, time out, time out. That says everything about them. Then that tells me everything about them
No,
too.
for real. Because niggas, as much as they talk shit about gold diggers, his and the third, niggas like being able to take care of a woman.
Yeah, it's some
Most
controlling shit.
niggas. I want to, yes, I want to be able to do this. I want somebody who needs me in this capacity or who I can show all the shit. You know what I'm saying? So there is an argument to be had for men who intentionally, I don't want to say date down, but
You know what that reminds me of?
aren't dating up.
You know what that reminds me of? That
What?
reminds me of the 25-year-old nigga that's dating a 19-year-old.
For sure.
You
For
get what I'm
sure.
saying? Like
For
that's just a
sure.
mentality thing. That's a
Mhm.
I'm not I'm this isn't fair. It might not be all the way fair, but I'm not necessarily where I am with my contemporaries.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go down a little bit so I look bigger than what I am.
Admire me.
Yeah. Versus, oh yeah, now I got this 25-year-old. But when you look at the 25-year-old with the other 25-year-olds, now you realize you got the Francois of the bunch. You got the lamest nigga out the bunch.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I mean? Oh, now it makes sense why you with her and stuff like that. I don't, like this is all blanket statements. Blanketed statements. This is there's a lot more in-depth conversation to be had with this. So I'm not throwing shots or
Somebody.
yeah, I'm not judging anybody for anything they got going on, but I've seen it before. I've seen it firsthand.
For sure.
And niggas date 10 years, they junior.
For sure.
It's just some weird shit. Because let me, you know what? Let me stop.
Unless
Uh
you too like cake and sugar doing mine, I've done some things, okay?
yeah, because even though I'm 36 now, but there's no way when I was 30 I'd be dating a 20-year-old. This just wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen.
Not
That's a
inten-
me thing.
no, not intentionally dating, not trying to be with, but on some let me take care of you.
That's different though. The roles are flipped. Yeah, that's different when the roles are flipped.
On some sugar, baby. Daddy shit.
Listen, man, if you know what? Let me stop because this is gonna get real anecdotal, and we ain't even
Yep.
about to do that. Say that,
So
yeah,
the
say that.
punishment.
When we start our Patreon one day, we'll get into those kind of conversations. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just I feel what you're saying as far as Mia going. She is trying to.
She's trying to do something
She's
to make herself
enjoying life.
good.
She's
Yeah.
enjoying life. She's enjoying life. This is I think Shawna and Lord AK kind of taught me that you don't get these opportunities all the time.
You don't.
Are you really gonna expect your girl to have an opportunity and not take it? I mean, I know Shawna's single. Don't get me wrong, so she's not violating anybody. She had a little
Me.
fling with Maurice and stuff like that, but no, I'm talking about Shawna in this situation with Lord AK.
Oh,
You know
she's
what I mean?
single.
So I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like I thought about like, damn, man, Maurice, she was hooking. I'm like, nah, she's single. She ain't got shit to do. And it's more so when she got on the bus and she was like, how was it? What happened to you and Lord AK? Oh, nothing happened, but you wanted to fuck him, right? Yeah, I wanted to fuck him. It's just one of those things, like, man, she in that little room alone, she gonna fold, and it kind of is what it is. But I don't even look at it as folding. I look at it as how many other opportunities am I gonna have to be with this person? Same way a dude would be. Yeah, if Halle Berry or whoever, all our childhood crushes, they give you a shot, like, nigga, what?
Of
course I'm taking that. I don't care what kind of
it is.
It is what it is, man. But I like the fact that now let me ask you this. If you had that opportunity, would you bank on the fact that you're gonna see Lord AK again, or are you more worried about your image because you got this dude that's trying to paint you out as some groupie that's just here trying to get with Lord AK, because you got some kind of ulterior motive.
I don't give a fuck about Gat.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck about this nigga. He's lame and he's a loser. Not only do I know that, but Lord AK knows that nigga's a loser. And for whatever reason, he might just be the homie that's been around forever. That's been your sandbox ass friend, and he a part of the crew, so you let him come around. But he didn't appear to be one of his favorites, like, or maybe he was, but now, nigga, you've gotten on my nerves so bad, like I'm annoyed by you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm Shawna, the trap is set. I don't have to fuck you tonight. Now you've seen that I can actually rap. Now you're probably going to get to the venue a little bit earlier so you can not only hear these bars, whatever, and you want to see me shake my ass a little bit because the vibe is there. We're getting another chance. Like, the foundation is laid, the path is set.
You're not even worried about that shit.
Hook, line, sink 'em.
Got you, man. Chess, not checkers. I ain't mad at you. Ain't that what Reina be saying? I hate that shit, man. I hate that shit so much, man. Oh,
that nigga again. It ain't got to be tonight. We got time. We got a few more dates. I'm gonna be on this motherfucker.
At what point do you? I'm sorry. I'm switching back to Mia. At what point do you tell Lamont? Homie might have a little. That might, it might get brought up. All right. So you done told. What is his name? The producer. Do you know offhand?
Offhand, no, but I was trying to scroll through my notes from episode 2.
Lloyd Duke or something like that. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm tripping.
It's probably something related to a gun. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, either way. My point is you've already told this man that you're single. He knows that you have a relationship. Well, at least knows Lamont is your baby father.
Okay.
Is there anything that should be mentioned to Lamont? Like, yo, I linked up with such and such. We kind of kicked it. Is there anything in passing, or it's like, no harm, no foul?
Y'all about to be best friends?
I mean, just a heads up, just in case he mentions me in this way, this is why.
No.
Okay.
Producer nigga seems like a real nigga. He don't seem like a loser. So there's no reason for me to tell you this. They didn't have sex. We just ate and hung out. Maybe some heavy petting until my stomach was audibly growling, but no, what the fuck you need to know that for? You know
You
I'm on
know, just
this nigga. Cash
that's
the
all.
motherfucking one. Cash Chaser the goat is the one. But fuck him. Like, no, I wouldn't say shit about that nigga.
I'm only saying it because he
When he
wanted
comes out here.
to. They wanted to work. He wants to work with them. You know, obviously, you linked up
Mhm.
with him at first to send him my music, and that worked. And obviously, you playing it in some session. That's the difference between him and Cash. Cash is just, I don't know, Cash. I ain't trying to work with Cash. That's you do your thing, but damn, you slid the nigga the demo and you slid him your number. I ain't know it was gonna be like that. You just invited me to LA. Like, what the fuck is going on?
That's not your business.
Fair.
Don't worry
That's
about what
fair.
the fuck I be doing. That is not your business.
Fair.
And unless y'all about to become some dynamic duo, we did what? Because I gave him my number because I kissed that nigga. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? We got a baby. Who cares? The shit doesn't matter. It's not your business. Unless we about to be fucking the next famous rap producer duo couple. No, that shit does not matter. No, it don't matter till
Okay.
it matters. And right now it don't.
That's fair.
I don't even know if you coming out here. I don't know if you can. Yeah, the invite was set, but can you get away? You got that plane ticket? Because I ain't got it to give you.
That's a very good point. For all of those listening right now, if you can't tell, you're hearing the voice of a nigga who's told on himself a couple times in his life. So
Me.
you, you can tell nigga call himself doing the wrong thing and be like, hell, I should have just shut the fuck up. I learned a lesson in that though, man. Stop telling yourself, bro.
Not me. It's Vaught over here.
Man, niggas try to, niggas you try to paint it as being noble. All you are is being stupid.
You just a guilty conscience.
Yeah, man. Life's the best teacher, man. Stop being dumb. Just shut up. Shut up. All right.
Shut up.
All right, so we got to end it with this. It wasn't until this episode that I peeped that Shawna didn't just. I keep doing that. I keep mixing them up.
Mhm.
Mia didn't just send the got him message. She sent a picture of her with him in the bed.
I told you that. Yes.
I didn't peep that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a got him. So I'm thinking like, oh, this should be easy to talk out of. Like, nah.
No, I told you. I said, go back and listen. I didn't even remember her seeing her with the phone in the bed when she's taking that picture. Go ahead.
No, I must have skipped over. My brain wasn't registering all that because when I froze the screen and saw the text messages and her sending, I sent that to my girl. I never exposed you, and then now the message is going green.
Nigga got me blocked, bitch.
Yeah, that changed a lot. So, what was this? We saw that Shawna sent him. Fuck. We saw that Mia sent Cash the photos.
Yeah.
And at the end of the episode,
he posted
he
that shit.
posted a photo with the emoji over the face. What's to this nigga?
He's
just
a fucking
lame shit. Okay,
he's trying to get back at her because he felt like she tried to play him. As to which he said, this is what his ex-girlfriend did. So now you trying to play me. So it is what it is. It's up. But that's lame regardless. Which I got
all of that.
Niggas know what my ass look like.
I think all that shit lame. All kind of public response and bickering. Like anytime the idea of holding my phone up and responding to somebody and posting it just makes me cringe each time. Like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why would I even do that? And you would think that somebody like Cash, because we know him to be successful in the show. Nobody knows you. Like, maybe it's one of those like, if only me and you know, that's all it needs to know. But obviously, that's not the case because our homegirl's hitting her up in the group chat. Like, yo, is this you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he covered her up with the emoji and shit, but that's still one of them things that's gonna come back. I just thought that was super corny,
For sure.
super lame, beneath
Now
you.
that's
If
what
I'm
I love my ass seeing.
hmm.
That's the one.
Yeah, but see, I'm with you on that one. That's like that's really none of your business because you don't.
Yeah, but this also the nigga I played you for, and this what he do to you. Now I got to hear your motherfucking mouth.
Damn, I forgot about that. He did play her for that. That's a good point.
And
Damn, that's a good point.
one nigga in the hood you know play like that.
That is a great point, Rachel.
Mhm.
That got me hyped up for episode 5.
Yeah.
I hope they dig into all of this. I know we got 4 more episodes to kind of wrap everything up, but this episode, like I said, it was a setup. I think there's a lot of things that's going to transpire from it, going all the way to Duke stealing that shit, going to Mia and her love rectangle, square, box. It's more than a triangle at this point.
Yeah.
Shawna and her artistry, her and Lord AK.
Mhm.
There's just a ton of stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
So I think what we're going to see, I do predict at the end of the season, we're going to see them on that song on our top 100, whatever the case may be.
Sure.
But this episode, I think, is a perfect end of the first half. Let's get rolling with the second half. And I think all these 4 of these episodes are about to be heat. They're about
I,
to be heat and they're about to be coming in fast and strong.
I did too.
This felt like longer than 30 minutes as far as
It
the episode
did.
goes.
It
It
did.
felt like 30 minutes. So anytime you get into that kind of space, that means you're doing a good job. So that's really all I have this episode, Rachel. Is there anything else that you want to discuss?
I don't. I'm ready for next week.
All right. Well, with that being said, holidays are over for the most part. I think rap shit would probably be ending right before Christmas. So I
Yeah.
don't think we should have any more delays. This is getting out to you a little bit later than planned just because traveling for the holidays last week, trying to set up recording time, getting back in the swing of work and all that. But I think now we will be on a consistent schedule for these last 4 weeks to get them to you, like I said, no later than Monday. We might have some other stuff. We definitely will have some other stuff coming for you. We'll be announcing that as the time comes. Rachel and myself will sit down and kind of map everything out. But in the meantime, don't forget to share, subscribe. Anybody who's watching rap shit, make sure you pass this along to them. I know I've been searching on Twitter. It's always going to be Twitter. And I've been going to the comments. People who've been mentioning rap shit, I've been sending it to them. They said they're going to check us out. So if you are listening, shout out to y'all. Other than that, Rachel, I love you.
I love you.
I always enjoy these conversations.
For sure.
Everybody out there, we'll see y'all next week for episode 5. Y'all be cool.
Peace out. Bye bye. Ow.